Temperature directly,
Volume.
temperature directly proportional to volume.
Yes, in a way, yes. But you won't be tested on that. Usually they'll test you on pressure and pressure volume or pressure temperature only.
I think we got a question in a paper or something like that. Like it answers like if volume increases or the pressure decreases.
That's gonna be like thermal expansion already, right? Because hot expands and cold contracts, man. Schizophrenic. Okay, guys, please do your questions right now. I will be printing you guys something else to do.
Good.
You're the crazy one. No, you.
Other than also okay. What do you look at?
There's gonna be homework this week, guys. And as always, you better make sure to do my work. If not, I'm gonna have to. The screen is not on yet. I shouldn't be able. It's done to the first page, start doing the second page now. But you, yeah, right. So And as always, I would recommend everyone when you're writing the theory questions, right, write with a pencil instead, because if your answer is not right, then you will not have space to write down already. My recommendation is do your work with a pencil, guys. But if you want to do a pen, obviously there's no right or wrong, right? Gonna do that. You don't have to see the pen. No right. But if you get it wrong, then you have to subscribe. Or if you have like if you take it's fine now, right? Whichever one looks your book. You're done with the first page, you can start doing the second page, alright? It should be on use. It's a lot. However,
I don't like that. Then no one, somebody else said they're going to close the game. But I always say it's okay to be it. I would say that you know a lot of time gay friends when they were young, right? They when they're young, they are high saying, so they say like, actually, I don't even any men. This is like the biggest lie of a person from the young kids because when they're young, they haven't fully come out of the closet, they open the door a little bit, but they haven't fully come out yet, right? I think it's fine. But I mean, the happy sum of 20 ringgit. Oh, one, because of the yeah, so you get what's it's
Describe what is being as a superheroes towards which moves towards and away from smaller or whatever. Surprise explains of feels small. They use the environment of that. They go in and out of focus. In and out of focus. Sorry. Yeah, a little bit, but a little bit common sense as well, because you think about it, we haven't played with manipulars before, or even telescope or microscope, and notice that if it's not in the right position, the thing will be in and out. This one, because if you put like when you go, like do your glasses, you need to stick on the thing and then look at the stupid fire on the thing. Right, the thing goes in and out. It's because the focal point keeps moving in and out, which is something you learn in the next chapter, the wave chapter. Right, finish doing it now. Look in the next page. Okay. Yeah. I think something like this with the momentum question. Use the idea of momentum to explain anything. You could call it the momentum formula that relates to pressure is only through the combination of force, right? I repeat again now. The momentum chapter that is related to the pressure chapter is only through one formula, right? Which was, what's the formula for pressure again now? Yeah, pressure is force over area, right? Then what about momentum in terms of forces? What's the formula? What's the formula that relates momentum to force? Very good. You're supposed to explain that momentum chapter with accordance to these two formulas. Think about it and write something now. Once I'm done printing the work, we'll discuss the answers already. We have a few more minutes. So that you can actually do that. There's going to be a work and work holiday. Sorry, one of the dogs is always leaving the bottom. Yes, you're supposed to write the name. It's obviously going to be round motion, which is school specific characteristics mentioned last week. Oh, and at least the statement which that in. Yeah, random feedback option number one, then number two. The random speeds and all. Also, it's on more due to the environment. Okay, because you
they are related to the molecules coordinating against the wall, then certain force related to the wall. So if you want to write this, you can say the pressure is directly proportional to the force exerted on the wall due to the collision of molecules. Due to the collision of molecules. Still Chinese about the momentum there. So how does the collision relate to momentum? 你看这个是 change in momentum 嘛，对吗？所以看它这个是 collide against the wall，它转方向嘛，这个就是 change in momentum 嘛。Yeah，所以你要写的话，不是你可以写 something like as the molecules collide against the wall, the change in momentum increases the force per unit area consumed. As the molecules collide against the wall, the change in momentum increases the force per unit area too. 怎么样？ Let's write something. You get the in on this one. Yeah. A little bit, it's a maybe this much currency, so yeah, you know, it's just online, but BC. Something, like all the doctors, like I don't think. So all the ball, the all other factors that's reaching, leading to very it's a weird way to I didn't think basically. I didn't know. Yeah, my mother was stop the. But we recommend them. I hope you leave up the music because you're readings. But based on my experience, usually students that went this bad, they'll have no time reading it themselves, and that's the really important. Let's see, that is every schedule to me, one some reading. That's the tier. Yeah, that was about just something.
Everyone fall asleep.
Fall asleep. Hey, you guys are getting back. When did yeah. No, no. Not yet. Okay, I'm eager to see your results. For those who have it, you'll be once again reported. But for those who did not do well, please don't have them. You will be punished. There's no punishment on this. Out there and set the punishment. You see like major some verbal abuse in class once in a while. Nothing too serious. 哎，这个是就是他两个看到对，看到麦克说，然后 smoke to bright light is around，就是 that's what you need to do. 这个 is the reality. Correct. For 10%. So that's in longer things and or the first half.就是这种选择，也可以所以那个识别好 app 的，还是会定好这个选择，只要就是那个在里面。So it's supposed to say that that's the most injury we just kind of way of being able to position. I think this plan to be business so big is your you see this. But you keep it to take it right? It's a this positive. Because once I want to see all this, that's what I'm going to say that I'm involved with this. Not the fall. Most of the real. You discuss answers, you're not being involved. So you can get. And once you're done with these 2 pages, you can start printing this really. In and out of the microscope, yeah, we use your come in and out of this. Yeah, loses and maybe focus because it keeps coming in and out of it. Words and way to come in and out. But our way you want to structure it, this is that it goes in and out of it. Our way you want to structure it. So how many goes you did? Ready? Yeah. This one here, when chipping is in as a lot. See the speed. Yeah, you keep coming in and out because the mission is coming in and out of the first one. So that's the most clear. So you're going to say that I will be able to structure it. You say that technically come in and out of focus. How will you want to structure it? So like keep things to work on it. Coming things to work and the way, right? So those are the top in and out of focus.
How will you want to structure this? I think everyone is done with the first two pages, right? Can we just go through the answers quick together? All right, if you look here, guys. This is a figure 5.1 shows a gas container in a cylinder enclosed by a piston. At first, the length of the cylinder is 100 cm. The pressure of the gas shown is going to be 300 kPa. The cross-sectional area is 0.12 meters squared. Describe the motion of the molecules of the gas. You can literally just explain Brownian motion here once again, right? It's going to be random zigzag motions with random speeds. And bam, you get your 1 mark. This is just understanding the concept of Brownian motion, which is how all gas moves up, right? So, random directions and random speed are acceptable because it is essentially random zigzag motion, right? Okay, then after that, this one here is where most of you guys I see did not write the right answer for the momentum question part. You know, this one here, you're supposed to base your understanding of the formula. You know, the formula is always going to be pressure is equals to force over area, right? And then we also know that F is equals to mv minus mu over t, right? From here, how you're supposed to relate them together, you're supposed to say, you know, imagine how the molecules move. If you imagine one gas molecule here, it will collide, right? Essentially, every time the molecules collide against the wall, this here is a change in momentum, because momentum is a vector quantity, right? So you're supposed to say this in however way you want to structure it. You're going to say, as the molecules collide against the wall, the change in momentum increases the force per unit area, ultimately increasing the pressure. I repeat again, as the molecules collide against the walls, the change in momentum increases the force per unit area of the wall and ultimately increasing the pressure. So then, can you write it down in Howard structure way? Give me 1 minute. I want to speed into this. Hey. Okay, you can literally word it in any way possible, guys. But for those who absolutely have no idea how to word it, then make sure you know the concept in your head. The concept is more important than the wording, guys, as I mentioned over and over again. As the molecules collide against the walls of the container, a change in momentum increases the force per unit area of the wall. Anything along these lines, like literally anything along these lines, as long as you get the concept right. Okay, then after that, this one here. Oh, it's still talking. Okay, and then this one here. What's the answer, Chijun? 750K. How many of you guys got 750K? Can I have a show of hands? 750K.
Yeah, you leave it blank. So how are we supposed to do this question? Very good, everyone else. Excellent job. You're supposed to understand that right now the gas, the new length of the cylinder is going to be only 40 cm, meaning to say, right, if you look at this diagram, this piston is being pushed inwards, right? It's being pushed inwards, right? It'll be like somewhere around here, where it's only 40 cm left only. It's going to be like 40 cm left here only, right? And because it's 40 cm left, obviously what happens is the volume, what happens to the volume? Increase or decrease? Huh? Yeah, huh? Increase or decrease? The volume is supposed to decrease, right? And because the volume decreases, what will happen to the pressure? Yes, it's supposed to increase, right? So what you're supposed to do is, you're supposed to write down the formula here. It's essentially going to be P1V1 is equals to P2V2 again. In this case here, initially it was how much? 300 kPa. 300 kPa. Multiplied by the volume. But for those who did it properly, you have gotten the volume with this 0.12 multiplied by the 0.4 here, right? Or 0.1 there, right? Actually, you don't need to do that. Why? Because if I break down the structure of volume, it will be area times with height, right? Which the area is fixed already. Regardless of whatever scenario, it will still be the 0.12, right? But the height was the one that changed, right? Initially, the height was going to be 1. Right now, the height is going to be 0.4 only. Right? It was 1 initially because of 100 cm. Right? So if I were to structure this in a much more simpler manner, I'll just do like 1 here is equals to P2 multiplied by 0.4. And it will still get the exact same answer. I think. Yeah. You go right. Who did this one? Anyone did 1 and 0.4? Yeah. If you did the normal way, it's fine because by right, you're supposed to do it the normal way. But if you understand this question a little bit more better, you can do it this way also because essentially volume is area times height. The area is not going to change really. The height was the one that changed from 100 cm to 40 cm. So mathematically, the area will cancel off each other again. Right. But for those who are not comfortable with this one, you please do the normal volume on our area side. And from here, you'll get 750. What's the units? It's kPa. Because this 300 is kPa. Right. And I explained in terms of molecule behavior why the pressure has changed. This one here is essentially explaining that the molecules occupy a much smaller space, right? It's literally what we did last week, guys. Remember this one here? You remember this one here? It's literally this one worded into whatever way possible to get your 2 marks, guys. Right? Everyone got this one, right? Anyone didn't know how to do this? And if you can see here, it's exactly the same thing. Our molecules collide with the wall more often. It produces a greater force per unit area because let the same amount of molecules occupy a much smaller space. If you want me to write it down in a very simple manner, you're going to say that molecules. Oh, by the way, one pro tip. You see the word here, molecules, right? Sometimes they'll change it in the question. Sometimes they say particles, sometimes they say molecule. If they write molecules here, you better don't write particles here. If they write particles here, you better don't write molecules here. You follow it exactly. Molecules. Something along these lines, literally anything along these lines. But the keyword is always colliding against the walls of the container. Not molecule collision. Not molecule collision. It's always going to be colliding against the walls. Okay? Anyone has any question for this one? Okay. Move on to the next question, which was relatively easier. A little bit more concept. Describe the movement of the dots. Once again, this is Brownian motion, right? The dots move in random zigzag motion with random speeds. Literally, Brownian motion explained, and it's 2 marks. Okay. Okay, then after that, explain in terms of molecules how this movement is caused. You must mention that they are colliding with other random molecules and thus changing direction. The mark scheme here will say something like smoke particles. What? Condone atoms. What the hell is this condone? Oh, whatever. Just write anything along the lines. Explain what happens in Brownian motion. Is it smoke here? Oh, smoke particles. Smoke particles will collide against smoke particles will collide against other air particles and change direction. Oh shit, smoke molecules. Aha, that's exactly what I said not to do. Oh, by the way, if you wrote smoke particles just now, you lose everything. Exactly what I said not to do. Okay. And then finally, the last part here. Describe what is seen as the smoke particles move towards and away from the observer. For everyone here that has glasses, except for 3 of you guys. Have you 3 of you guys, have you guys ever tried to get like corrective eyeglasses before? Have you? No, perfect vision all the way. Huh? Yeah. You see, anyone never seen the stupid hot air balloon in the thing before? No? Then you absolutely don't know how this thing works. Okay, essentially, right, let me just like draw a very brief description of how, but you'll learn this later on in the later chapters of year 10, guys. It's something known as focal point. So in a normal scenario, right, if your eyes have perfect vision, this is your lens. I mean, this is your eye lens, right? Right. What happens is, right, when the light rays they enter your eye, if you have perfect vision, what happens is, right, the lens will make it focus at exactly the back of your eye, it will make it focus exactly at the back of your eye. If your lens from your eyes, eye lens, not your glasses lens, the lens from your eye is perfectly built for your eyeball, what happens is you'll be able to do this like what he has and she has, right? That's why you see perfect images because the light is hitting exactly at the back of your eye. For those who do not have perfect eye vision, usually your lights will travel like this. Your light will travel like this inwards, but it will not intersect at the back of your eye. It will either intersect at the front of your eye or it will intersect at the back of your eye. Thus, you see people with short-sightedness or long-sightedness is because the light rays are intersecting either at the back of their eye or at the front of their eye. With your glasses involved, what happens is right now it will redirect the light rays into the proper position of the back of your eye, and then once again giving you proper vision again. So your glasses are essentially just readjusting the light rays to converge at the back of your eye only, right? So if you see that the particles are moving in and out of the lens, what happens is, right, you can kind of imagine that it kind of goes in and out of focus of what you can see. But even if you put your hands in and out, right, you kind of see that after a certain point, too close, you won't be able to focus at your hand anymore, right? It's because it's going in and out of focus, which is essentially what this question is testing you on right now. Okay, so describe what is seen as the smoke particles move towards and away the observer. The smoke particles goes in and out. And that material. Okay, everyone? The lens chapter later on, we're going to learn it, by the way. It's going to be at the end of the year 10. Yeah, if there are no questions, guys, please proceed to do the ABC questions right now. The first page, I think I've given you 9 questions of ABC. Do it right now. You have exactly 10 minutes. And for those who are already done with the ABC, you can proceed on. Because this is going to be your homework, guys.
Alright. 500 got one row. That's crazy. Why? Oh, it's there. I just think that's OG way. I'll check back to this. This is the basic features phone already done. No, you don't want it. Oh, I really take the I wanna throw away this phone now. But we can but the cheap phone is I'm gonna get them and go to this Nokia phone is damn cool. They have like a lot of features in it, but I guess you guys can't relate there because you guys start off using phones with their smartphones already. Yeah, never used a Nokia phone before. No, you have. You got Nokia phone. Yeah. Nokia phone is the OG phones. It's like old time cases. Everyone they better. That one recently device like 2007, I introduced you all back. So I came with India with my early device and came to players. So when we came to Malaysia, my dad was like carrying the one of this class and about the beach that is like rural trip and everything. Rural trip. Is it a trip more? No, it's not really that. I know Nokia was the OG phones. Like they don't they would slam phones. Yeah, but this iPhone came was so cool to bring it to school. It's like, hey, how my mother called me. It's my mother would be by the way. Hello. Hello. So cool. But no more. Hi everyone, it's Apple. Apple already. Samsung. I used to be like a super hardcore Samsung fan. I can even make fun of all the friends that used to have I say like fucking Apple fan games. Fan games. Then not long after, I too slowly became a fan game. But Apple is actually better now because something that they keep shipping it out. You know the chip that you use is different from America and China. America they use Snapdragon. Then we use the Qualcomm, whatever the shit version of the chip which is faster and slower and drains battery more. So after that, that was the last straw, and I'm like, okay, no more Samsung to this. I think three of us this. I can bring 3 power banks. I don't know power bank I can put it on banks. So I tell you what, this is the plan, okay? You score very well for your exam, then you buy it, then I say, hey, did very well, you give me a report, change my phone. I'm a businessman. Oh, even better. Then you buy yourself one. Please buy it. Yeah, no, but you. But yeah, sorry, it's not good, but usually that's the easiest way for students to change their phones. Because God knows your parents want you to solve better. Let's take a one-time phone. So many things that you can find for. I will go to the PS5. So then you can I have a PS1 with power but first the best thing to do is
score. If you are a tricky very time, if you want some cheap news, I got a computer guy.
Like cheap is still good. Was it?
No, well, no, you can't. I think there's about 900 of 900 bucks. 2060 is second hand. Second hand 2060 is full buy. 2060 is good. But because strength, I'm just running a 1060, but I'm looking at the 80s right now. I want to upgrade. You know what's I'm looking at computers. I tell you, if you want to buy a computer parts, right, you buy somewhere around the Pro. Because right now the AMD, right, they just announced a new chip, the 70 TDX. Wait for a while, you wait until you Pro, you'll be a good time to break the and you buy a chip one year older chips. Like for me right now, the 40 series, right? I'm looking at the 30 series. You'll be where we buy. The 40 series is too expensive, I can't afford it.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Even better, when you tell your father you're not buying for games.
ask them 3 times, he keeps on getting.
No, you what, just start sending the link and say, Dad, can you buy this for me?
I made an Excel spreadsheet, ask you to record.
Show me Excel spreadsheet and see. And see it. Like,
Yes, it's yeah. He's stroke.
What's your budget? How much you want?
I think we put budget, send the same, like, whatever they, and then, but it's like, yeah, so I don't just like a PC file bigger or something, it's expensive, like. It's not. I go, I'm quite thinking, we go, so you can spreadsheet out, it's. More, I'm spread like, there's a key one, and you can follow me back to key one. If you want to make the. But I think that's the one thing I would want to know. No, yeah, we probably pay another pack. Oh, that's so excited when we think all one is so. You are happy.
Oh shit, guys. Are you done with the ABCs or not?
Okay, can I go through the ABCs real quick before we proceed on? Anyone not done with the ABCs? Faded. I see not done. Oh my god. Okay. Everyone done to at least question 5? No? Bloody hell. But the time is ticking already. We have to go through it together now. Okay, wait, keep it there. Let me discuss the answers first. Alright, guys, let's go through the first question together, guys. A stationary smoke particles is hit by a fast-moving nitrogen molecule. Which row describes the motion of the smoke particle after the collision? The smoke particles, obviously. Huh. This is such a weird question. A stationary smoke particle is hit by. It definitely moves. I won't stay stationary, right? So C and donkey is definitely out of the question. The nitrogen particle will most likely rebound into random zigzag motion. It won't stop immediately. So A is the most logical answer, right? Yeah, everyone got it for the first one. At room temperature, iron is difficult to compress. At the same temperature, oxygen is much easier to compress. Which comparison of the structure explains this? Is simply because the iron particles are very close together, right? Whereas the oxygen particles are very far apart. There's space to be compressed, like I've mentioned last week, right? Have I taught you evaporation yet? I haven't, right? Actually, have I taught you guys evaporation yet? Oh, can you flip this page? 这个 worksheet 这个 notebook 的 sorry 这个 notebook 的 flip 多一个 page 给我看 one more page one more page yeah one more page yeah I haven't taught you guys on evaporation yet guys, so you can just skip this question altogether. Which statement? Oh, evaporation again. Oh, is this the reason why you guys are struggling? Which row? Increasing surface area, increasing. Yes, definitely it's going to be donkey lah. It's kind of like, I mean, logically thinking lah, with some common sense, right? The answer is supposed to be donkey. I just noticed that the evaporation questions are all here. But since it's quite logical, let's just do it. Which statement about the evaporation of a liquid is correct? The least energetic molecules escape from the surface. No. The most energetic molecules escape from the surface and the temperature of the liquid decreases. It's supposed to be C for this one. Good. Right, a liquid turns into gas. This occurs only at one particular temperature and changes happens throughout the liquid. What is this? This must be evaporation now. Sorry, evaporation one. Is boiling, guys. At one particular temperature is definitely going to be 100 degrees Celsius. And happening throughout the liquid is essentially when the water boils, you can see that the whole thing is boiling, right? So it's going to be boiling for this one. And then 6. How many of you guys are not done with question number 6? Okay, which row describes the arrangement of the motion of molecules in the gas? The arrangement are definitely far apart, so C and donkey is out of the question. They move freely, definitely not vibrate only. A vibration is only solids, guys. Right? Then question number 7, a bubble of air, a volume 3 millimeter cube is underwater. The bubble is at the depth where the pressure of the air inside the bubble is 4 times the atmospheric pressure. Oh, this is a very interesting question. How many of you guys done this question already? I've read. Oh, the rest of you guys are not done, is it? I want you all to attempt this question right now. You have exactly 3 minutes to attempt this. For those who have not done this yet, do it right now. This is a very, very interesting question. And I'd like to see your answers. Oh, very good. It's exactly correct. How do it? Oh. What is getting scammed? That was quite sensitive over there. I said, follow the bottom. Oh, they call it flying. Coming to what you I explain to you, you're right.
So this area of the
Think about it. I think
what happened after this?
it's like the sweat rate. What happens? You sweat, it's a thing. Yeah, the body temperature actually increases. Your body temperature, because if you think about it, when we sweat, you see that the water droplets and this actually causes the heat to be absorbed by our body maximum. And when the water droplets absorb enough heat, right, this water molecule will actually something energy. So you keep releasing energy on the skin, so that it actually increase your temperature. It actually looks quite on the body, right? You can keep seeing the so this is very, very guys, if you see like evaporating questions, you can skip it because I actually haven't given you that yet. But I like to see your calculation on your answers. And if you're stuck, please voice out. Also, small, if there's one normal. Yeah. And it'd be part of the population that okay. I see most of you guys write 12 as the answer. Is that correct? Let me think.
If you look at question number 7, I think this is the concept question. I'm not sure if 12 is the answer though. Let's go through it real quick and I draw you up the diagram. Okay, I look at the question again. So they say that the first piece of information is the bubble of air is volume 3 mm³ underwater. The bubble is at the pressure, as at the depth where the pressure of the air inside the molecules is 4 times the atmospheric pressure. So you can kind of assume that this will be atmospheric pressure, right? And then this will be another 3 atmospheric pressure, right? 3 times the atmospheric pressure, right? And then it says the temperature stays the same and it rises towards the surface. It rises towards the surface and they ask you what volume will this be? So you guys wrote 12, right? I think that's wrong. Why? Because if it's 4 times the atmospheric pressure, guys, by right, the atmospheric pressure is going to be from the atmosphere, right? And another 3 more is from the water one. That's why it's 4 times the atmospheric pressure, right? Can you guys imagine this scenario? Okay, which part did I lose you? No, bloody hell can't be everything, right? First and foremost, you understand this part, right? It is underwater, right? And then it says that at this point, it is 4 times the atmospheric pressure, right? At this point, it is 4 times the atmospheric pressure, man. The atmosphere is going to contribute 1 part of it already, right? This is pressure due to the atmosphere. And the rest of the 3 is going to be from the water, right? That's why this here is 4 times the atmospheric pressure. Does that make sense or not? Right, and this is 4 times the atmospheric pressure. When it rises towards the surface, it's not going to be 0 pressure, right? There will still be pressure due to the atmosphere here, right? In reality, how many times is that? There's just a multiple of 3 only, right? You guys get what I mean or not? Does this make sense or not? Anyone don't understand this? I'll try a different angle if you don't understand. But this is very important and I've seen this come out quite a few times already. Anyone cannot get this idea or not, cannot get the concept. Okay, Emma, which part did I lose you? Huh? Okay, so when it rises towards the surface, right? Because we already established that this part is 3 parts of the 3 more times of the atmosphere, man. That's why here can be 4 times the atmosphere, right? So when it rises towards the surface, it's not like there's no more atmospheric pressure anymore. What? There will still be pressure due to the atmosphere, which is still pressing down. Just that right now there's no pressure from the water only. You get what I mean? So in reality, this here is going to be like 4, and this here is now that I mention it. Give me a minute. Yeah, I just thought about something.
He's a thinker, he's a thinker, he's a thinker.
It's going to be 4, and this is going to be 1. It's 4. Be 12 actually, now that I think about it. Mathematically, it will still be P1. V1 is equals to P2, V2. P1, V1 will be 4P times 3. And this will be just 1P times your X. Oh, it'll still be 12. Let me double confirm on this here. I have the answers here. Which year was this again? 2019 March. It is 12. Yeah, it's still 12. Sorry, my bad. I wasn't doing the calculation just now. I was just looking at it. But if we do the mathematical calculation, it will still be the exact same thing. It will still be 12. Very good, Emma. You have made me see the flaw in my thinking, really. But yes, it is supposed to be 12. Ignore what I've just said. But this is going to be the diagram. This will be the diagram that is supposed to be in your head, guys. But if you go to it mathematically, it will still be 12. Anyone don't know what I'm talking about? Sorry if I've confused you. Anyone is confused right now, please raise up your hand and I'll try to clarify your doubts. Anyone? Okay, but it'll still be 12. Congratulations, Emma. You are the only non-sheep here. But everyone else. Okay? And then for question number 8, you're supposed to get A, and question number 9, you're supposed to get B. Anyone did not get these two answers or not? Anyone else got a different answer or not, guys? Hey, it's B here. Oh. Why is it B? What? Give me a calculator. Just have a calculator 1667, right? A fixed mass of gas 25 cm cubed, the pressure is 100. So 25 times 100. The volume is slowly decreased by 15. So it only has 10 left. Is it? Yeah. What is the change in temperature? Oh, no wonder it was a different answer. Okay, guys, how many of you guys got this correct for B? For 9 B? How many got B as the answer? Let me tell you what went wrong in this calculation here, which most of you guys most likely did it that way. Most of you guys just straight away thought to use the Boyle's law formula, which was P1 V1 is equals to P2 V2, right? But if you look at the statement, for those who did P1 V1 equals to P2 V2, you would have done something like 100 multiplied by 25 is equals to T2 multiplied by 15, right? But if you look at the question properly, it says the gas decreased by 15 cm cube. It means to say the volume is actually not going to be 15 and it's going to be 10. And even if you do this, right, you will have gotten 250,000 pascals, right? But this is not the answer because they want you to find the change in pressure of the gas, which means to say you have to minus another 100, which will give you 150 at the end of the day, guys. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Anyone confused with this part here? This is actually a play of words, which I think most of the students will get wrong. No one got this one correct. My bad, Emma. I didn't read the question properly. Okay. Okay, for those who are done, you can proceed to do the rest of the questions. You most likely won't be able to finish this, so this is going to be homework. We'll discuss answers next week, guys. If you have any questions with the rest of the 5 minutes, you can ask me now. Okay. Okay, so no. We use the normal kilo. You have like 0. I don't think that's a good thing. It's a part of the idea. Intrigue in general. Yeah, that's awesome. Like, if you want to get a nice function, it's cheaper. You want to set that much because it's too long or you want to use rare. So maybe. You want this to be reversed, you need to do it. Don't mind the shit. If you can get a list of you much choose a Google Plus right. I don't think you can seriously. Okay. If I do this, the time, but let me show you the video. I will shut the easy to do it.
Or cheaper than 2,000 more, you can get 5 from them. You get a pattern on the bottom, which is you get but you can buy the brand cheap and you get it for these options. If you want to do even cheaper, right? You can think it is not the you all the money still pass you all the information. You really treat the stuff itself or the part of you will buy it because your price is already the low end review. The low end one usually the bundle is better and get it cheaper. So like you go buy the Indians, I think it's probably more different decide for it shit out. I saw one that sheet. Sense. Yes. I think all patients do it without that. If you want to go to some that I treat the problem and you get like the patient people and everything. You can actually if you want to treat it this this because I treat some of that fine because I'm doing it. So you learn how to design it. So this is simply so if you like that you if you're afraid of the CPU, then you get sure. They might have videos where you have the CPU, the real cheap to be more that would go away like the last week. All one videos. You can make all this one. We say, but the share and you mess up the wiring, you have to bring it to the DC guys. And like I did one with my student and we built. He was listing he bought like i7 37P and the auto ramps, the pocket cooling. And then the nice, what's it called? Lian casing. Yeah, Lian casing. He spent a lot, I think about 6,000-7,000 months. But it's really sharp, right? But then we built it together, right? We took like 4 hours to build the whole thing. And then the RGB doesn't work properly. But everything else works properly, yeah. That's the RGB was shit. I think maybe the wiring we didn't plug it into the proper one. The wire, because if you want the RGB to work, you have to plug it into a specific motherboard that controls for the whole RGB of the system. I think we missed one part there, and then like the whole thing is in there already. If you want to redo it again, you have to put out a lot of things in. This maybe brown switch. And that's very brown. If you like the switches, right? I just went to this new place with you, but it's called MKB. Wow, that thing has a lot of switches, man. Seriously, man. You just bought a custom keyboard for his wife. And he also bought, I think it's the hardcore board or whatever. But yeah, I was like slowly playing with the keyboards. Damn a lot, man. Damn cool, and the texture and the feel is yeah, I hate it. It's so nice. So you can definitely have check them out. But but they're expensive. My one switch is like $1, and it's not including the cap. It's not including the keyboard. It's literally that switch.
Yeah. But if you want the better switches, if you want to custom it, you want the better switches, right? Then if you want the better switches, it's not going to be cheap already. It's $1 per switch. And it's not including the cap yet, not including the board. It's literally just the switch. So do you really want a custom one? Just buy the Ducky. The Ducky is damn good, seriously. It's like it's worth. If you buy it cheap, you can get it below $350. Yeah. That's good enough. Alright guys, I'm gonna stop class here today. Please make sure you do the homework. We'll discuss the answer